Hi, this is Sarah. Today we are making a protein-packed, yummy chicken salad. This is a chicken salad that I use all summer and it's absolutely amazing. And I spread it on nice buttery croissants or crackers, or you can just eat it plain, or if you're just in a huge hurry, it's a great summer meal. So I'm going to put this together pretty quickly. We're heading up north to our tiny little cabin. I'm going to be making an awesome blueberry cobbler when I get there tonight. So I'm gonna try to get that posted tomorrow. But today, this recipe actually has kind of a secret ingredient, which I absolutely love. So you start with making the dressing, and I am using Greek yogurt, but I'm using the key lime, the Chobani key lime. Most people just use regular yogurt in this, and that key lime just gives it an absolutely yummy citrus taste. So you need one of these, which is about a half a cup. And if you've never tried the key lime one, I highly recommend that you try it. It is so good. And this is not sponsored by them. I just absolutely love their stuff. Okay, then you need a fourth of cup, and I'll note that on the recipe, of mayo. Okay, you need 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. I got this at Aldi's just a little bit ago, and I know how much a tablespoon is, so you can measure it, but it just makes the measuring spoon messy. So you got the Dijon mustard, 2 tablespoons of sugar. I've got the old grandma sugar shaker here. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons, and of course it's going to get stuck with a lump. Okay, so we're going to do this a little different. I'm going to take the top off. Whoa, tiny little lump in there, so I want to make sure I get the right amount here. So 2 tablespoons of sugar. Okay, you need 3/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. Make sure I get that mixed in there. So kosher salt, 3/4 of a teaspoon. And it might taste just a little salty, but it doesn't show up when you get everything mixed together. Onion powder. You need onion powder and garlic powder. 3/4 teaspoon of onion and a half of garlic powder. Kind of at the end of this, need to go do some shopping. Probably another one in the cabinet, but we'll go with that one. Okay, garlic powder, half a teaspoon. And that's it for the sauce. All right. Okay, so we're gonna mix this up. Okay, and we're gonna let that just sit off to the side while we get everything else ready. Okay, so for the recipe, you need grapes. I've already ran these through. You need about 1.5 cups of red grapes. So pull them off the stem. So in Minnesota, where we live, we're kind of in north central Minnesota, but our cabin, if you look at some of my videos, you'll see I do a lot of cooking in the cabin. And in the cabin, it is like 2.5 hours north of where I'm at, and it never gets over 80 degrees there, like never ever. And tomorrow it's supposed to be 91. So basically when I packed my bag, I packed my swimsuits because it never gets that hot, so I'll be living in the water the whole entire weekend, besides making the cobbler. Okay, so you want to dice these up, the grapes up, to get about 1.5 cups. I could have done that before, but I'll just visit with you while I'm doing that. And I'm using actually a ceramic knife. If you've never used a ceramic knife, I'm gonna link it in my description of this video. They're really, really nice, really, really sharp. They do chip though. I've had to throw a couple away because they chip, but they are just super nice. Even Old Granny and Sam Dog are just hot. They don't even want to go outside. We just don't get this weather very often up here, so I just find it amazing. Most of you are probably like, oh, that is just glorious weather up there. Actually, when I was working on my content calendar for August on different things I'm going to post on my YouTube channel, I'm actually starting to think of like fall things, like pumpkin. And... Okay, so we got about 1.5 cups of that, of red grapes, cut up into bite-sized pieces. Okay, you need 2.5 cups of rotisserie chicken. Now I bought the rotisserie chicken from Aldi's because I was in a hurry, but you can buy a rotisserie chicken and make this same salad. So I'm gonna put about 2.5 cups in here. Okay, now the recipe calls for celery. Okay, celery and I have a complicated relationship. So I like celery, but I don't know if I necessarily love it in this salad. So celery is optional in my recipe. If you want to put celery in, and it's a normal thing in a chicken salad, go ahead and put your celery in. I tend to like to get my crunch from the salad from cashews. So I'm going to put cashews in my salad, about 1 cup of them. And I encourage you to put celery in if you really want celery. The cashews give it just a really nice crunch. Then I am going to add dried cherries. I just get them in a bag, Aldi. We only have an Aldi and a Walmart here for groceries, so if you hear me say Aldi, 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 it's because I get 90% of my groceries from Aldi. Specialty stuff I have to order because we just don't get that stuff up here in Minnesota. So I'm adding some cherries. Okay, so I've got all that stuff in here. And then I've got my dressing. So I'm gonna pour the dressing over the top. I was gonna make this up at the cabin, but then I thought, oh my gosh, I don't have all the mayonnaise and all that stuff up there, and I didn't feel like grabbing it, so I thought I'd make it before I left. Okay, so it will look just a little wet, but that will soak in. Because you're going to want to put this in the refrigerator for a couple of hours before you put it on like croissants. So I'm going to add just a little bit of spice. Some people put white pepper in here. I'm going to just grind in some black pepper. Just a tad bit of black pepper. You could put some herbs in there, some salt and pepper to taste, and some chives, but I'm just going to add a little pepper. That. Okay, so I'm gonna come around and show you what this looks like. This yummy chicken salad. You can see close, like that. And really good on croissants. That's my favorite way to eat this. But another way that is awesome to eat is the Walmart everything bread. That's already sliced. Everything Italian bread. You toast a piece of this and you put the chicken salad on it like this and serve it to your luncheon guests or your family like this. Oh my gosh, that is just absolutely amazing. I'm gonna take a couple pictures of that for my website, and I would encourage you to make this. Add a little bit of crunch if you want a little bit more crunch, add celery. That's one of the only foods besides potatoes I have an aversion to. So anyway, I think you're good. I'll stop saying and thank you for watching, and I hope you really enjoy this salad. Thanks.